Hello, this is Dr. Kilgore with Dr. Kilgore's World with a flipped math learning video. Our learning goal is I can use area models to solve division problems. Now we've been working with area models to solve multiplication problems, but now we want to switch those around and use them to solve some division problems. So let's start with 623 divided by 4. Okay, in our first example, we use 623 divided by 4 as our equation. We use the commutative property to switch this around and say 4 times what number equals 623. I don't know what goes in this spot yet, but I can use an area model to help me figure that out. So in my area model, I'm looking to find the total distance inside, and I know that in this case, that is 623. I know that one side is 4. I'm not sure on what goes across the top. So I start looking at what's the largest chunk that I can take out of that. Well, I know that 4 times 100 is 400. So I subtract 400 down here and end up with 223 left. I know that 4 times 5 is 20. So 4 times 50 would be 200. So I subtract 200. Left with 23, so 4 times 5 is 20. And I have 3 that will be my remainder. So if I come over here and check with the standard algorithm, I have 623 divided by 4. 4 will go into 6 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. Subtract. 6 subtract 4 is 2. Bring down. 4 will go into 22 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract. Bring down. 4 will go into 23 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Subtract, and in this case my 3 becomes a remainder, so I get 155, remainder 3. Let's try another example of using the area model strategy for division. Let's look at 862 divided by 5. Okay, so we use the commutative property and we say 5 multiplied by, let's use the variable p, equals 862. Now remember, p is just a letter that represents a number that we don't know what it is yet. So get used to seeing different letters or symbols to represent things we don't know in our math yet. So when we look at the area model, we draw it out. We know we have 5 down here. We know our total area is 862. So we work to see what's the biggest chunk we can take out of that. Well, I know that 5 times 100 is going to be 500. That's the biggest chunk that I can think to take out so far. And we subtract and get 362. So the area of this side is 360, let's Let's fix that little math mistake, because that would have affected the answer of our problem. So we have 362 left. Well, if 5 times 100 is 500, 5 times 50 would be 250. Can we think of a larger batch? What if we did 5 times 6 would be 30, so 5 times 60 would be 300. Can we go larger? 5 times 7 would be 35, so 5 times 70 would be 350. That would be a large chunk. And we subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. We have 12 left over. 5 will go into 12 2 times. That would be 10. And we would have a remainder of 2. So 172, remainder 2. So let's work the standard algorithm and check our work with our area model. 862 divided by 5. 5 will go into 8 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. 8 subtract 5 is 3. Bring down the 6. 5 will go into 36 7 times. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract. Bring down. 5 will go into 12 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. Subtract. We have 172, remainder of 2. So I hope this video has helped you to see how you can use area models to help solve division problems.